If you've been watching our videos, you might have heard me constantly hype up Returnal. It's the latest game from Finnish studio Housemarque, and they're a studio that I really talk big about because they're incredibly talented. You look at their games that they've done, although they haven't had the opportunity to really put out a AAA big budget experience, their games on a AA level, I would say, are quite good. I enjoyed Matterfall, I enjoyed Super Stardust HD, Dead Nation, games of that nature I thought were all very good. Now they're getting the opportunity to do something at a higher level, at a AAA level, and it is going to have a lot of attention as the upcoming PlayStation 5 exclusive Returnal. Now, we got a little bit of gameplay for the title already, and I don't know if everybody was completely won over by it, but there was a new drop today that we got more gameplay of, and I think now people are going to be quite a bit more excited for it just because we are seeing more gameplay of it now, and maybe that idea of Housemarque being this underrated studio is starting to catch some fire. Honestly, if this game isn't good, I'll tell you from my personal life, talking to my friends that have a PlayStation 5, and I've been hyping up this game a lot to them. If they do not deliver with this, I'm gonna have so much egg on my face, so I'm not looking forward to that, and my boys memeing me if this game isn't top-notch. But guess what? I have faith in Housemarque, and I'm really hoping they deliver, because this is another opportunity, like Sucker Punch last year, maybe at a lesser level. When Sucker Punch put out Ghost of Tsushima, I really felt like it took them to the next tier of game developers. They are now looked alongside maybe the Santa Monicas and Naughty Dogs of the world after, well, Naughty Dog kinda. Everybody has a differing opinion on Naughty Dog now, so you take that for what you will, but you get the idea. Sucker Punch, in my opinion, after the release of Ghost of Tsushima, they went from a second-tier studio in terms of attention and people, the perception of them entirely, and now, to me, they are a tier 1 studio. I would say Housemarque isn't even at the Sucker Punch level. They're like a tier 3, tier 4 studio, but right here, if they deliver a high-quality game with Returnal, this immediately launches you up alongside the higher-class PlayStation exclusive developers, or developers in general, just because this will be an instance where their name is going to get out there. It's a PlayStation 5 exclusive. It is a PlayStation 5 exclusive full-on. It's not a cross-gen exclusive, it is a full-on exclusive, so it's gonna have a level of interest that their previous games just inherently did not have. And you're talking about a game that is going to be, you know, a full-price $70 title, whereas games like Super Stardust HD, how much was it? $10, $15 on the PlayStation 3. Matterfall, I think, was at a $20 price point. These were cheap downloadable titles. Returnal, again, they're going up a notch here, and this is really their opportunity. They've been wanting this opportunity for a long time, and fingers crossed they really break through with it, because so far what we've seen out of the game has looked quite good. Returnal itself, as detailed on PlayStation Lifestyle, they have a really good breakdown. I'll leave a link to their article in the description box below if you'd rather the information in an article version, and the video will be there as well. But Returnal tells the story of Celine, who has crash-landed on a shape-shifting world. She has to relentlessly fight for her survival, because if she falls, her journey starts over again. Okay, so a gameplay loop that I think we have seen before, but with the Housemarque feel to it. Yes, it's a bigger budget game than Housemarque has done before, but if you're familiar with them, very much has that Housemarque essence, high octane, a lot of particle effects, everything like that, and that's really something everybody that has played their games digs about them. Key features of the game noted: fight to survive in a third-person roguelike shooter, take on ruthless enemies in explosive, bullet hell-fueled combat, manage equipment and resources carefully. Every time you die, you restart from the beginning. Scavenge alien tech for upgrades to enhance your abilities. In Future Cycle, piece together fragments of Celine's memories as she seeks out answers, forge personal connection with the planet as you explore its constantly evolving and decaying terrain. Jump through portals between worlds with the PlayStation 5 system's ultra-high SSD, ultra-high speed SSD. You know we had to get a plug-in for the SSD. Get back into the action with near-instant load speeds that won't leave you waiting to restart after you die. Switch instinctively between firing modes by using a single adaptive trigger. Go straight from aiming down sights to your gun's alternative fire. Sense in-game's actions big and small while exploring fragments of Celine's memories, or when firing a visceral alien weapons. And hear the action from every direction in 3D audio, bullets flying past you, enemies circling overhead, or unseen foes creeping up behind you. Returnal will be dropping in March of 2021. You can play it March 19th, and it's one of those games that it's gonna have a lot of attention, just like Infamous Second Son had quite a bit of attention back in 2014, because now the initial wave of PlayStation 5 games have dropped. Everybody's got their launch titles. You can be an NBA 2K21 guy, you can be a Demon's Souls guy, you could be, you know, a Miles Morales guy, even though that game was on PS4, but now it's time to go forward with the next wave of games, and Returnal looks like it's going to be the first one. I would imagine Ratchet's going to be after that, and then 2021, if all things pan out, it looks like a pretty good year for games in general, but Returnal's going to have a lot of attention just because this is really... I mean, your anticipation level on Destruction All-Stars is going to vary, but I think there is going to be a little bit more buzz for a Returnal when it does drop in March than Destruction All-Stars, which at the end of the day, people are going to get just for being a PlayStation Plus subscriber, so it's not like that's going to take away for, let's say, somebody's budget and dropping $70 on a game, and this is more in line with that idea of an action-oriented single-player PlayStation exclusive that I think a lot of people in the PlayStation audience really do enjoy that kind of title. But at the very least, I think people, outside of even not being hyped over the fact that Housemarque's getting this opportunity, if you just look at the game, looks like a flashy third-person action shooter. It looks like a game I think can be something a large audience gets into, so definitely interested to hear what you guys think. Have you been more compelled by the game? Because I know from a PlayStation 5 audience standpoint, seemingly when I talk to people, it's about Ratchet and Clank, it's about Final Fantasy 16, and it's about God of War Ragnarok, even though we don't have footage of that game, just on the basis that, you know, it's the God of War follow-up. Horizon maybe a little bit less so than those three. Honestly, that's the perception that I've had, but that's very, very a small sample size of just talking to people, and Returnal has been comfortably, you know, in that 4th, 5th position, but at the end of the day, it's gonna be first in terms of this next wave of PlayStation 5 titles, so I think that alone is gonna give them a lot of attention, at least initially. It's gonna be up to them to deliver a high-quality product, which I think Housemarque's absolutely capable of. Let me know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Rambling on quite a bit right now, let's get out of here and definitely sound off down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.